Wake up!
Get up
You get out of bed this instant.
and turn it on. Glenn, Angel, and the Flying Dutchman. The Big Show on Kiss 92.
Good morning, Singapore, and welcome to The Big Show. It is a Thursday, and that's why we have with us in the studio the CEO and founder at Career Agility International, Mr. Adrian Choo. Good morning, Adrian.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas to you, too.
We are 6 days away from Christmas.
Yes.
Very true.
And have you done all your shopping yet?
All finished.
Done.
All done.
I haven't. They all gave me presents yesterday, but I
wow.
had nothing for them.
No, you gave us
you
a
gave us a
present.
fabulous
lunch and lots of wine. It was fabulous.
Yeah.
Okay, but
that's
still, I must get all of you
No.
something small.
No, don't
something
need, don't need.
smaller.
No
Don't
need.
need,
No
don't
need.
need. The
It's
lunch
all right.
was
And you?
perfect.
I'm still waiting for some stuff to come in from Shopee. I'm a cheapskate, so
No, don't say that.
The best gifts are on Shopee and Lazada and all that.
it's amazing, crazy stuff you can get there.
Yeah.
I bought one of my best purchases besides that bidet. It's a,
Wow, too much information.
it's this foot hammock.
Foot hammock.
Yeah, you hang it at the bottom of your desk, and you can rest your feet on it like a hammock.
Oh.
And you can just chill. It's just one of those silly
And
things
it
to get.
swings?
It
It's a little bit-
swings.
oh.
Yeah, it's one of those
So cool.
silly.
FB wants one.
Instead of a footrest,
Right.
it's a foot hammock.
Okay.
And it's
Cute.
silly,
Unnecessary.
unnecessary,
Right.
but fun.
But
So,
fun,
yeah.
okay.
Right.
It's just
As
one of
long as
those-
it makes you feel good.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
There
You know,
you
it's
go.
cheap.
That's
so
all
some
that's
of those
important.
things, yeah. Well,
But make sure you wash it regularly. You know.
That's only his feet, so it doesn't really matter.
Whoa.
No,
Okay.
it's fun because I got my wife little things very similar like spectacle cases or stuff like that. No, so it's just silly things you can buy and spend for yourself, spend on yourself, and don't feel the pinch because it's just silly.
You can
Yeah.
buy a spectacle case for your wife on Shopee for Christmas and get away with it.
I'm not, oh, yeah.
Oh,
We're married.
It
We're married.
depends.
We've been married 26 years.
Long enough.
today.
Oh, today, happy
Oh, happy
anniversary.
anniversary.
Well done.
So, yeah.
Wow.
So it's been a long ride.
And you're here with us.
Tonight.
What are you doing tonight?
Tonight.
Are you taking her out?
Yeah, nice
Okay.
restaurant and
Nice.
everything else. Yeah.
Nice. Congratulations.
Oh, welcome. So it's been long actually.
It's been long.
It's been long.
What's been long?
Quarter of a century.
Married to your wife,
Yeah.
26 years. Okay,
It's
yeah,
fast.
that's a long time.
It is a
Fast,
long
fast,
time, yeah.
Well, congratulations all the same.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so today we're talking about
Christmas wishes for our listeners out there. I'm hoping that 2025 is going to be a great year for you. And for 2025, one of my biggest Christmas wishes for you, our dear listeners out there, is I'm wishing that you guys will have better work-life balance. Then even better work-life balance than you had this year.
Okay.
And it's more complex than it sounds, because when someone says, I want better work-life balance, what does it mean? Does it mean I want to get less work?
okay.
Or does it mean I want to get more life? So I was thinking maybe we can talk about it on the show today.
All right. Bigger bank accounts as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
that's a good. That's
More money,
Okay,
more
yeah.
next year the aim is everybody has
More money.
$1 million in cash.
More than they do now. Because some people may have $10 million. And then you tell them they have $1 million. They'll be like, why?
Look, you're a regular person. You know what I
okay.
mean? If you have
More.
like $10 million in cash in your bank account right now, I mean, you're going to the ATM and, oh yeah, okay,
Like
you
FD,
have
right?
$10 million more.
Like FD, yeah.
Then, I mean, you should be in a good place already. You don't need any help from Adrian Choo, you know what I mean? But for the rest of us, is that a good target?
1
Yes, why
million
not?
in cash? Just cash, hard cash.
So
Sure.
when you withdraw your money, it's like, oh, balance, $1
6
million.
zeros, yes, I'll take
Nice.
it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Take
all right.
it.
Let's continue to talk to Adrian on The Big Show TV. He is the Kid Leroy with Girls on Kiss 92. Too little, is it? One, okay.
Yeah, not very impressive.
10 million then.
Yes, I think that's a nice number.
1 million,
Wow.
1 million can't get you a HDB flat
Yeah.
now. Right? It's so sad, right?
No, but how
Yeah,
many
no,
people
but-
have $1 million
But
in
we're talking
cash?
hard cash.
There?
You're talking
Yeah.
Hard cash,
Yeah.
not CPF, not anything else,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
assets,
yeah.
hard cash.
Hard cash $1 million
Because you can
next
take
year
a
is
million.
good.
Yeah, you
It's
can take a
good.
million and you can turn that into 10 million.
Exactly.
You can if
Yeah.
you're smart with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Casino.
No.
That's
no,
not
no,
smart.
no,
That
no,
one's
no.
not smart.
everything on black.
No, no.
And then you get nothing. You're ending up with zilch.
And if you bought Bitcoin way back in the days, congratulations.
Yes.
Don't rub it in.
Hey, congratulations.
Don't rub it.
105,000.
My son told me to buy it way back when it was $200.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
man.
And I say, what stupid idea is that? What dumbass idea? You know,
Yeah.
it's like, what Bitcoin? What's Bitcoin?
Still, I'm with Warren Buffett.
It's 137,000 Singapore dollars now.
Warren
know.
Buffett is completely against cryptocurrency.
Yeah,
Warren
he is.
Buffett is rich. He's allowed to say
He
that.
can afford to be again.
If Warren Buffett started out like when Bitcoin came out, he might have been an investor as well.
Yeah.
But because he made all his
No.
money so much earlier, though.
I think Warren Buffett tells it like it is. He's very different from the rest of the investors and speculators. So I think if Warren Buffett says cryptocurrency is really dangerous and everybody is going to get burned no matter what, I trust him.
I think he is right in that it is very dangerous. But if you get out
when
you can,
Yeah, when you can. On a
you're
high,
you're gonna
yeah.
make.
How
you're
much
gonna-
do you have in your bank? How much does Warren Buffett have in his
No,
bank?
I am agreeing with Warren Buffett, but I'm saying for people who have a high risk tendency, it is a way to make money.
Can we just go with Warren Buffett?
We don't all have to agree with you, Glenn.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett was one of the earlier investors in BYD. You know.
Yeah.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
when it was really, really early stage, and then he exited it some time back.
He must be kicking himself now.
I don't know because he's thinking the EV market is getting saturated and everything. So I don't know. He knows whenever he does something, he knows
knows.
something that you
Yeah.
The
don't.
man knows.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Yeah, yeah.
And he's already getting on, right, in age.
yeah.
So better just take all his advice.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Cash out.
Like it's,
Cash out.
it's gold, you know.
I think yeah. You Bitcoin, you cash out now, you're okay. Depending
Stop
on when you bought it.
disrespecting Warren Buffett.
Oh,
lah,
stop
Abdi.
it. He is
Okay.
94 years old now.
Yeah.
See?
But it's amazing, he's still sharp.
Very sharp.
as hell.
Very sharp and very conservative. He's quite conservative,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
$142 billion.
Oh wow!
Okay.
What, really? And that's only what he declared, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I will just focus on Warren Buffett.
Okay.
Okay.
Be Warren Buffett.
Let's get back
Okay.
to work-life balance.
Christmas wishes and
Christmas
work-life
wishes, yeah,
balance.
work-life
yes.
balance. So work-life balance is interesting because a lot of people want more of it, but they don't know how to get it, and a lot of times they feel trapped that I cannot get it.
Do they even know what it is?
What is
That's-
it?
And that's a good question because on one hand there's work and then there's life, right? Work-life balance means you either get more life or less work. And what does less work means? Means that you get paid less, take
Right.
a smaller job, or you learn how to push work away to your colleagues,
Delegate.
delegate or that, or switch into a role that's a lot less stressful, but oftentimes that means less money. See, or if you want more life, what does it mean? Does it mean you dedicate more of your time to your family, your kids, your cat, your dog, your pets? More travel. So there is always a trade-off, and whenever we talk about work-life balance, people don't know. They just know I want it.
I don't know how to
Don't
get
know
it.
how-
That's
what
why.
it looks like.
That's why people want to be, flight crew. A pilot or the
Stewardesses.
stewards or stewardesses, because they get to work and travel
Yeah.
at the same time.
Yeah, but I'm
Right.
sure it's a tough job as well. You're basically in the air service staff, waitress and waiters.
But everything is tough, right?
Yeah.
Even your regular job is going to be tough,
for sure.
and not very fulfilling at some point.
Yeah.
But at least, if
get
you're
what-
if you're up there, you get to. You get to help people. You get to, of course, you will get difficult, passengers and all
yeah.
that. But I think it's so much nicer than a regular job. I think,
Yeah, it's
especially if
amazing.
you love seeing
Yeah.
different places around
It's
the
amazing.
world.
It's amazing. I got a friend and listener as well, Mary. She's she's actually a cabin crew.
Oh, hello.
Mary.
Hi, Mary.
And it's I look at her photos on Facebook when she posts. She's in Berlin, no, she's in New
Yeah,
York.
they're
It's
everywhere.
amazing.
Yeah.
But
so
Cheyenne, your
lucky.
dad is still flying. Like, what's his opinion on the job? I mean, is he doing it because he gets to go to all these different places? Or
Did it start out like that?
I think for them, I mean, my parents were both crew. My dad still flies now. For both of them, I guess it was the idea that getting to go to see different places. But I know for my dad, he genuinely enjoys the service part as well.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Yeah, he
Wow,
really
wow,
likes what he does.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Singapore
nice.
Airlines.
a great way to fly?
What's his name? What's his name?
Lawrence.
Lawrence Lim.
Lawrence Lim.
The man.
He's an in-flight supervisor, is he?
In-flight manager.
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 Right. Okay. Nice.
You know what? I always wanted to be a flight steward. Really?
At one point I wanted to be a crew as well.
Right. I
Yeah.
mean, but you didn't go and
No,
apply,
I
right?
didn't
I
go.
actually went,
Yeah.
and I was
Did you?
rejected.
Was
I'm
it
serious.
really?
I failed.
Oh, why?
Did they
Why?
tell
I
you
don't know.
why?
Okay.
I had the height. I thought I had the looks.
I know way back in the time you couldn't have any tattoos. Was it your
Nope,
tattoos?
I had
You
no
no
tattoos.
Oh, okay.
No.
Wow.
Don't know.
And a number of my family members were all crew as well. Pilots and in-flight
Yeah.
They must be
crew.
kicking themselves now. They could have had Glenong on their flights.
No,
There
but
you
really,
go.
I really wanted to be.
And you would have
a flight
sounded so
steward.
good. I could have actually understood whatever was
Yeah.
being said over the PA system.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
please sit down.
Kevin Cool, Kevin Cool.
Cabin crew to your stations.
Is that the cabin crew? No, that's what the pilot says, right?
To your stations, yeah, when
Cabin
they're
crew
about to
to-
take
yeah,
off or
take
land.
off or
Yeah,
land,
yeah.
Okay, anyway.
I could never understand the.
Oh my
the-
gosh, some of them. And
Good
then when
morning.
you-
Good morning to everyone who's perhaps maybe on the way to the airport right now. Maybe
yes,
to catch a flight,
To
Yeah.
catch a flight.
especially
yeah.
cabin crew. Have a good
to,
one.
to cabin crew, not many. I think not enough people say it. You guys do a good job.
Thank you. Thank you for keeping us safe because they are your first
You
point
do.
of contact for anything
Yeah.
that happens.
You know, very funny, whenever I take a flight and whenever I land, especially when I fly back home from to Singapore, and when I'm collecting my baggage, sometimes, the cabin crew normally just walk by because they don't carry. But on long haul flights, they do wait at the carousel for their bags to come out, right?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
I do chat up with them and I do say, thank you for your service.
Oh, that's
It was
nice.
a good flight. I met the pilot the other day. He was waiting for his bag, and I said, "No, thanks for the good flight. It was a good."
Yeah.
So sometimes just
Well
they're just
landed.
not appreciated.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
not
they're not.
appreciated.
No one says
You're right,
thank
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very true. Very true.
Okay, going back on air.
You need to just stop. Can you stop? Like, can you just not step on our gowns? You need to calm down.
Kiss 92 traffic.
On the KJE towards the PIE, right before the PIE Changi exit, a vehicle's broken down with congestion all the way back to Chua Chu Kang Drive's exit. Avoid lane 4. And on the BKE towards the PIE at the Bukit Panjang Road entrance, an accident has been reported. Wherever you are, stay safe.
Welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. Our guest for today is Adrian Choo from Korea Agility International. We've been talking about work-life balance.
Yes, and I think we need to actively seek and structure your work and your life in order to achieve it, rather than just say, "I want to have work-life balance."
But easier said than done, right?
It's easier done than said sometimes. Just that it's too painful for you to make that move. So I had this client once who said, "I want to have more work-life balance." I said, "Yeah, why don't you quit your job or take a part-time job?" So he said, "No, but I don't want. I love my job and everything." And I said, "You don't really need." She didn't really need the money. Because she just loved the taking on a lot of extra projects here and there.
Oh, I know some people like that.
So I just said, no, just don't be so on the ball, You
It's just
don't
that it's
really-
their life.
just-
They have nothing else in their life.
Yeah, but they want to have that work-life balance.
That's what they say, lah.
Yeah.
But then what do they do on the side? Nothing. A lot of
correct.
them.
So a lot of people do that,
their
yeah.
entire life is just work,
Yeah.
right? And they get so much satisfaction from just working.
Yeah.
But somehow it just feels right to say, oh, I want work-life balance.
I'm so stressed, but yet you're working all the time.
right?
Yeah.
Adrian.
True. And then when they take a week off on vacation, they start thinking about work. Oh, what do I do when I get back? Or they answer their emails. So sometimes you just love the work that you do. That's great. But if you want work-life balance, ironically, you have to work towards it.
I have a question that maybe a lot of people who might be listening in might have. How do we get work-life balance in our current situations? Because a lot of people don't want to make a shift. Like they don't want to change their jobs. They may enjoy their jobs, but how do they balance it out with being exactly where they are in terms of work?
I think learning how to say no to additional projects or things that may not be your work, but you just want to take on other people's work. Sometimes you're volunteering. Sometimes your boss or your colleague makes you do things that you may not need to do. Or you're just overloaded right now. Learning how to say no to your boss is a skill. Maybe one of these days, in 2025, we'll have a session on this on one of our shows. How to say no to your boss.
Just saying
Yeah.
no.
For that one, I'll get Yan to say because she's very good at that.
Okay.
You know
saying.
who says no quite a bit now? FG. always saying no. So the other day when he said no, and we are not on air now, right?
We are.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bosses are listening as well.
oh,
Yeah.
oh, oh.
Shut
You want to talk about it now or later?
Huh?
Later?
No, just what I'm trying to say is, we better say yes a little bit more.
I see.
If not, you never know.
You never know.
Might
The no may be a really serious
They might
no.
just take you and then put you in the bin.
Oh, don't put FD in the bin. Why you want to
Okay,
put FD in the bin?
Angel.
Ah, don't put. What did I do? How did
I was just using him as an
It sounds
example.
like a paper shredder. That one.
Yeah, it does, right?
It's like the Mac Color Classic, remember? Back in the day. It's like, okay, let's just trash this. And then in the bin.
Yes. It will crumple up the paper.
Okay, let's go on the Big Show TV and continue this conversation, this very, very important conversation. Such a deep topic today. All right, it's 8:20.
Kiss 92 Time Check brought to you by Pootie.
But I think it's interesting what Angel asked. In our current situation, how do we get work-life balance?
Don't change anything.
Yeah,
like-
but you've got to understand what you think work-life balance is. To me, work-life balance is having enough time with my family, but having a job that stimulates my brain.
which you have right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
So
Does it really?
This job? Absolutely.
Yeah.
How? Is it because I give you a hard time?
Yes.
Is it because I make fun
Yes.
of you?
You just
sometimes, or
answered-
just-
Yes,
Your
you're
own
answering the
bro.
question.
So now you know why I do what I do.
Yes, you are stimulating
Yes.
my brain and
Yes.
you're giving me work-life
Correct.
balance.
Testing
Yeah.
your cognitive skills.
He will take
That's correct.
credit for everything, you know. No, but yeah, so to me that's what it is. It's not necessarily getting less work or pushing work away. It's remaining stimulated and yet having time for my family.
And
So
I think
it's time management.
And work-life
Yes.
balance is your own perspective of work-life
your own.
work-life
Yeah.
balance. You know, you can't say, "Oh, I want what Adrian has. I
No.
want what FD has,"
Yeah,
because
no.
I don't necessarily want your life.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
I've been accused before of having life-work balance
Oh, too much life
Too much-
and too little work.
by my bosses. So it's like,
This is why you work for yourself now.
yeah, that's right.
And are you still getting more
Yeah, I actually
life?
do. I do, and I don't. I'm driven not by the money per se. You know, I'm driven more by the work that we do, the volume of number of people that we can help on a bigger scale. So a lot of times when sometimes we get big projects coming in, but when we look at it and it looks like it's too painful to do, the money may be good, but it's too painful to do, too much administration. We decide that now we'll just give it a pass. you
Yeah.
know, because
Yeah.
sometimes an afternoon off, this is a terrible example, but an afternoon off sometimes is more valuable to us than the amount of money you can bring.
Yeah.
So not sounding arrogant or whatever, but we've come to a point in our life where the work-life balance thing, the life-work balance thing is important. In fact, Yen would argue that it's not just work-life balance. Sometimes there's this thing called life-work integration. Because sometimes you're stressed out at home and you go to work and then you bring the stresses to work.
And vice versa.
Yeah, and vice
Yeah.
versa. See, so it's a balance about knowing how to filter out between the work stress, bringing it home to your life, and sometimes your life stresses you bring it out
Bring
to
it
your
to
work.
your
Especially sometimes used to have this boss. Whenever he had an argument with his wife,
Okay.
the next day we all get hell.
Right.
He just gets moody and grumpy
Yeah.
and just yells. So he doesn't have that life work balance in a way. So
Or the cutoff. Like some people find it very hard to draw the line
yeah.
when they walk in through to the office or walk in back home. You
Yes,
know? And I
and-
think that's people
And
need to
when
learn
I
to
have
differentiate.
when I have a rough day, I actually, before I get out of my car, right, back home, I park the car in the basement, I pause and breathe and decompress and detoxify, and then I go up to my family.
I think that's a good idea because I think people need
Otherwise
that
I'll just
moment just to
bring
say, I'm not at work anymore. I'm going home.
Yeah.
Or before you come into the office, okay, I'm not at home. Leave all that nonsense, whatever it is I've gone through, whatever fight I've had, whatever negativity is there, and go into the workplace because it's not the problem of everybody else that's around you.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, and you shouldn't be taking it out on other people just because
Just
you're.
because, right? Yeah.
But
You
easier
know,
said than
but
done.
it's easier said than done,
Yeah.
of course.
Easier said than
Everything
done.
affects everything.
Because,
Yeah.
I mean, you were saying, right? I mean, you just decompress and then you go up to your family. Can you imagine you go up to your family, they're giving you a headache as well? That's the thing. You see, that's the problem.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
so
for
like
sure.
that boss, for example, probably
yeah.
he just wants to go home and relax, but then, you know, his wife is giving him a hard time or whatever.
And some wives sound like that,
was
right?
very good sound. I've heard that many
Oh
times.
dear, careful now.
Yeah.
I've heard that
Damn,
for,
she's getting up early this week.
I've heard that for 26 years. So,
Careful now on your anniversary. You're like terrible. You
no,
know?
but I'm very happy when I get home. You know why?
Okay.
Because there's someone there to greet me and we're full of love and care.
Oh, that's why you're celebrating
my
your
dog.
26. Oh,
Yeah.
Wow. Again, you're celebrating 26 years and having dinner
My
tonight.
kids, when they were young, they used to, Daddy, Daddy. No, it's no, my dog goes,
Now it's like
know
your
what?
kids, they grunt. They're like,
oh, where's dinner there?
what time are we eating?
Yeah.
What are we? What? Steak again?
Where's the money?
So, it's just about Christmas time. But, you know, the other thing I'm hoping for everyone to have next year are good increments. Because there was an article in
Saw the
Business
article.
this week.
Oh, the percentage and all that of
Yeah.
the different.
2 to 6% increment
Yeah.
in salary.
I was going to take that article to my boss as well. I was
No,
like,
no,
look.
and that's the point. I actually don't like that article
Okay.
because it's as useful as knowing your horoscope for the week.
And if it doesn't
apply to
come,
you. It
then
doesn't
it-
come, you know. It's like, so what if I'm telling FD, you'll meet the life partner of your dream next week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, what do I do about it? I can't, like what is, I can't bring that piece of paper to my boss and say, hey, 6%. You cannot, right?
Yeah.
And it's just, it only makes you feel miserable when you don't get the 6%. And you're seeing the people getting, and you imagine it, everyone is getting 6%. So I don't like information like that because it's not useful to you, but it makes you miserable and envious.
Then how do we get an increment? How do people get a raise without actually bringing an article and saying, look, this is how much I need to be getting paid more?
this only if you're under full-time employment, right?
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
If you're on contract, you
Everyone
can always
can get a-
renegotiate
Yeah.
for
Can
better rate.
renegotiate.
Yeah.
Yeah. of
Also,
course.
you guys have or not? The both of you?
Have I renegotiated? Absolutely.
Yeah,
Also, it's okay.
Yeah.
I
you're
work on
allowed
a
to.
different principle. I will renegotiate when my contract is up.
Yeah.
Not halfway through.
Not halfway,
Yeah.
no.
Because I believe that I made an agreement to get out of bed for that money.
Yeah.
Therefore, I stick to that
But
agreement.
who negotiates middle contract?
That's
No,
all.
like-
Some people do.
Really?
No, but that's not what I
Yes.
meant. I'm not asking you guys to do it like right
Yeah,
now.
no.
What I'm saying is it in your contract that you would get like a minimum increment
No,
every
No,
it's
year
not. No,
or
it's
whatever?
not.
No.
Oh, okay.
It is up to you to
You
negotiate. It's not a
negotiate
guarantee.
it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's not a
right,
guarantee.
right.
So to answer your question, for our listeners out there who are trying to figure out how do I get a pay bump, right? It's always a campaign. It's not I want to go up to your boss and demand I want to pay I want 15%. You know, you have to start showing that,
You have
hey,
to-
look, boss, I actually brought in 2 million extra worth of revenue
Pitch
last
it
year.
yourself, yeah.
You know, or I created this new system that streamlines downsize the amount of work that needs to be done, right? Resulting in savings of 400,000 a year. Could I have
That $400,000. That'd be nice, right?
10% of it would be good.
Yeah.
So if you can justify it and build a case towards it, it works.
Yeah.
But all that trouble, right? Building a case towards it all. I'm going to bring up
Okay.
sales, especially people in sales.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Stand by.
Just like fire, just like fire.
Kiss 92 traffic.
Still on the KJE towards the PIE, right before the exit to PIE Changi, there is a vehicle that's broken down. It's causing quite a bit of a mess. Avoid lane 4 if you're there. If you spot anything else, our number is 8855
Welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. We are talking about pay raises. A little bit. Because Adrian said that for next year, he hopes that everyone will get a bump in their salaries. And recently there was an article in the papers highlighting some industries that will see more pay.
And how much you should expect if you're in that industry.
And you absolutely hate that article, Adrian. Tell us why.
I hate it because it creates false expectations. So if they say like the technology sector will see a 6% increase in salary, but what? On what basis?
Not everyone's
going to get it. The top performers may get 10%. The bottom performers may get nothing. you know?
People look at it like gospel, they're like, oh,
6%,
you know,
8%,
I am
yeah.
looking forward to that.
It's
I
just
know
to
I'm gonna
give them
get extra.
hope, I guess.
Yeah, it's to give them hope.
But I've had that the people in my office have come up and said, people in this industry last year got 4% more in terms of salary. And I went, yes, and I can give you 4% more. Are you willing to make sure that everything that around you increases as well?
See,
So
this
your
is-
targets are going to increase. Everything's going to
That's
increase.
not
By at
nice.
least 4%, right?
Yeah.
By at least 4%.
No, but it has to match up though. Your work has to.
It has
No,
to.
it doesn't have to. You can just do it out of goodwill.
I
I want you as my boss. Hello,
Yes, this is my pitch. Yes, sir.
Can
Please
I
do it out of
please have
You
goodwill.
don't have to be
Where's my
so
boss?
calculative. I mean, you have eyes. You're not a Stevie Wonder or whatever. You see how hard they're working and they're trying. Sometimes you can work really, really hard and not achieve the target, So,
The effort is there.
yeah, so out of the kindness of your heart, be that kind of boss. You should
Oh,
be ashamed of yourself.
I want this guy's my
Wow.
boss. No?
Yeah, he's
I want this
talking
fella
to
as my
all the
boss.
bosses.
I'm so disappointed.
This is Glenn Ong's new
It's
company.
all about
Break
heart.
even private
It's all
limited.
about heart.
2025 for me will be all about heart.
Heart. Okay, did you hear that? It's the slogan for the year. It's all about heart.
Yeah, and I've got the name for his company. Break even private limited.
If you're hopeful.
If you're hopeful.
I say you better give all the people who are working for you this year a nice bonus, regardless of their
how they did.
contributions.
No, because they all did really well. So
I was about to bring up, people in sales.
Yeah.
Right? Because their targets are constantly increased, no matter how well they do.
Yeah.
Right? So how do you give them bonuses, for example?
Put him on commission basis. I think that would be fair.
But why is it I always hear there's a problem, when it comes to the sales, as in people who are in sales. From all the other places that I've been, I've worked at the other company and all. It's the same thing, Fantastic people who are doing their jobs,
They
who
work hard.
meet their targets, go above and beyond, but there's no glory in that because the better you do, the more
Exactly,
So
right?
the goalpost keeps
the more they
moving.
want you to bring
Exactly.
The
in.
goalpost keeps moving.
And the
yeah.
biggest common complaint I always hear from our clients, especially those guys in sales, is that the number that floats down from headquarters in the US, and they have no idea, they just say,
Right.
you must have
Timbuktu.
30% increase in sales next year,
Yeah.
but they don't give you additional 30% or even 10% of resources of sales team. They just pluck the number up from the air and say, now you go and get it. And then it's like, yeah, wow. And the other silly thing that I really think is really dumb is when companies cap their salespeople's commissions.
Okay.
And when you sell to a certain level and then they say, oh, no more commissions.
No,
no
there's-
more
as-
commissions or no more increase
No
in
more,
commission?
No
more commissions. There's
So
a cap.
your commissions are capped at, let's say you get 5% of whatever,
Okay.
and it's capped at 25,000 a month.
Oh, right. Okay. Got it.
Look at this
Got
guy.
it.
He knows what he's talking about.
Got it. Yeah.
No, because we
Because he's a-
specifically didn't want that.
So if you sell more than $25,000, you don't get any commission
No, if
after that.
once your commission hits 25,000, you
$25,000,
cannot
yeah.
get anything more.
That's
Because you're
crazy.
because
though.
you're
No
too
matter
good.
no matter what you sell.
That's
So
crazy.
stop selling. lah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's why if you
Makes
set
no
the bar
sense.
like that, I'm like, okay, I'm done at 25,000. I don't need
I know
to work.
companies who do that. It's
Wow.
crazy.
It's like, who wants to be a salesperson with all these things?
Rules
There's
and
so
all that,
many
yeah.
good salespeople, right?
Yeah.
But they're being punished for being good.
And then
so
there's
to
so
speak.
many bad salespeople that are just sitting back and letting the stuff come to them without actually doing any work.
Yeah.
Because they're going to get the commission anyway.
Anyway.
You know?
Very salespeople, we are speaking for you.
Yeah, for
Today.
you, yes.
Yes, we are.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, Rose is next. This is Toxic Till the End on Kiss 92. So the best system, as you said, is commission. Is it?
In fact, I
No
would
cap.
argue no cap, but
Commission, no
that's a
cap.
kicker. So the higher you go, the
more
commission
commission.
increases.
Yes.
So we've seen that before. So the more you sell, it goes up
And it
And
should.
you're- and
It
you're
should.
encouraged.
It makes sense.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
I would do that. No?
It makes
So-
sense.
It's a system that works. So X number of dollars, I get X number of percent. The next X number, I get X number of percent. Then so
But you can cap the percentage
Yeah.
at a certain amount because I mean,
yes,
if
you
you keep going
can't-
up, you can't go to 100. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's ridiculous. But
when you do that,
Yeah.
at least we found when you do that, especially when they're a couple of thousand short,
they
they
want to
will
do.
work so hard
to
to
get
get
it.
into the next bracket.
Yeah.
You know,
I think
because
that works.
the jump means wow, that commission suddenly jumps.
Yeah.
So they work very hard for it.
Because an extra 1% of, say, 1 million, 2 million, 3 million is a lot.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
I like that system.
Yeah, it's a good system.
It's cool.
It's
and
fair.
It's fair.
It's fair.
The harder
yeah.
you work, the more you get.
The more you get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fair.
So, and also to be fair, the sales job is quite a stressful job sometimes. Your sales numbers and to account for and everything. And I know salespeople who feel very stressed out because they feel that they if I don't bring in the numbers, the company suffers, and then people might be retrenched. So there's a huge responsibility on them to keep the heart pumping, the blood flowing. So it's stressful for the good salespeople out there. So for those of you out in sales, good luck for next year as well.
Yes, man.
Yeah.
And well
Yeah.
done.
And well done.
And for those of you that are not doing well because you're lazy, not well done. I'm sorry. Because there are people that just sit around, like I said, and just like expect sort of like stuff that falls off the back of the truck, the leftovers or the low-hanging fruit.
True.
Yeah.
And then they just go for that.
True,
And that's
true.
very lazy work.
Yeah, they wait for referrals to come in. They
Exactly.
don't go out,
They
knock
just
on
sit
doors.
there. Yeah.
How
Because
about we just
sales
don't
is-
mention them?
Sales
Like-
is sales, right? What?
Like only the good stuff.
Okay, only the good
Only the
stuff.
good
Yes,
stuff.
all about heart.
When
Okay.
we talk about good increments in 2025, when is a good time to ask for it?
I like to ask bosses for increments on the back of a big win.
Okay.
When everyone's feeling euphoric, wow, I brought in this thing. I just tell my boss, hey, wow, this is, I pulled this in. I'm wondering when's the next time we can talk about an increment or a bonus.
Even if it's
Correct.
mid-contract or wait till the end?
I would at least seed the idea to him, give him an idea to let him remember it. And even if you're 6 months away, it's good that you anchored an idea, a thought with him that, hey, I'm responsible for this. I brought this. Remember it when it comes to increment time. So rather than just letting it pass, it's a good opportunity to bring it up without feeling bad about it, or for him to start feeling weird about it. Imagine out of nowhere you're having lunch with him, no context, boss, I want increment. And then it's like, why, right?
Then
So-
you got to go back 6 months and say, oh, you remember
last
that time that I did
then
that?
it's like- then it's, oh, it was you? Oh, I thought it was someone else, kind of thing. So,
Yeah.
so the best time to ask is when on the back of a big win. I think that's a great time to do that.
That's a good idea.
But don't be so calculative, FD. Just, out of the
Out
goodness
of
of your
heart,
heart.
yeah.
Just give them maybe a 10%
Wow,
increase.
10 is a lot.
Is it a lot?
Ladies and gentlemen, the CEO of
Break
Break
even.
Make me your CEO, lah. Come on. The
Oh, my
CEO
God.
of the Flying Dutchman.
There'll be a bar in your office. There'll be
my
drinks.
bank account.
There'll be a golf simulator.
yeah.
Awesome chairs.
Awesome chair. Massage
Let
chair.
me spread my love around.
No, don't worry about the chairs. There'll be actual masseurs in there.
That's fine. And I think like one thing I've always enjoyed working with you guys is you guys always have fun at work.
Yeah.
I mean,
Me
it's
too.
to the point where it doesn't feel like work sometimes.
And I think it's very hard for us to compare our work-life balance with people who work 9 to 5.
It's very different.
Because our work hours are so much shorter,
Yeah.
and we get to have life after that.
Yeah.
And look at a
You know, we
ribbon.
cannot-
on her head.
don't you
But
like
the,
it?
The
Yeah.
last time I saw a ribbon like that, it was on a horse.
I'm
And
not
did the
even-
horse win?
Awkward silence.
Was it a medal for first place at least?
And I think I'm wishing that all our listeners next year will have more fun at work as well. And because it's a dread coming in to a place that's not fun.
Find the joy.
Find the joy. If you have a colleague or two that you can really trust, you can just sit down and you can just have good conversations to make things light.
How do people make their workplace happier? You know what I mean?
You have certain special days, like Tuesday. No, Friday is
Taco
scantily clad day.
That's
I'm imagining.
I actually know companies that do this.
Scantily clad.
Yeah.
There's Vodka Friday.
Oh, that's okay. That's not scantily
you
clad.
know-
That's very different.
So that you know at 5:30 the vodka comes out in the office.
Yeah, they have casual Fridays.
Yeah.
They
As
have,
long
As long as
But-
vodka Friday doesn't clash with
Scantily
clad.
clad.
That's
Look,
gonna be dangerous.
After enough vodka, everyone's got
Why don't we just move scantily clad to Thursday? How about that?
maybe. Okay.
But I think I feel like people go in to the office, and I'm speaking out of just hearsay because I don't do the office job. They go in, they drag their feet. Because it's like, oh, I gotta come in 9 o'clock, punch my card, this and that, go sit at my desk and do the same thing over and over again. Oh, 12 o'clock is lunch. And then we all go like for lunch for an hour and then come back. And it's the same thing every day. So how do they make it like a happier environment?
A lot of times, I think it's the bosses as well. If the boss makes it a miserable place to work, then it becomes a miserable place to work. If you have bosses who are quite chill, they're having, and they know how to enjoy and have fun. So I used to have this boss, my Aussie, he's an Aussie. He was so chill, and everyone just loved working with him because we knew that we worked hard, but we played hard as well. So it was a nice message that you send out. So bosses have a big role to play in terms of setting the tone, the mood, and whether it's fun.
So we
Yeah.
need to speak to the bosses then.
The bosses,
Yeah,
bosses
the
out there,
bosses. Have
chill,
fun, chill.
They need to be less tight.
Especially when you have Gen Z type or Gen Y type individuals in your workforce, in your team. They are not there to work. They're there to work and also experience.
Learn.
Especially the Gen Zers. They're
Yeah.
there to work. For them is more of an experience.
Yeah.
It's an experiential journey for them. And if it's just going to be work with no learning, like what you said, with no enjoyment and no friends, they're going to leave in droves.
Yeah.
That's true.
So I think, and sometimes find ways to make things fun. So, for instance, we used to have competitions in the office. We used to poke fun at who can bring the ugliest sneakers or shoes. So we used to have this fun contest where those what do you call those slippers at work? Those fuzzy little sometimes
Bedroom
you just walk around.
slippers?
Bedroom
Okay,
slippers.
wait, hold on.
slippers.
Let's go on. And
Let's talk about
this.
bedroom slippers, yeah.
The most wonderful time of the
Kiss 92 traffic.
On West Coast Highway, heading into the city, a vehicle has broken down. Also on the KJE towards the PIE, a vehicle's broken down before the exit towards Changi. This is causing congestion all the way to the Chua Chu Kang Drive exit. Avoid lane 4. If you spot anything else, or if you just want to say hello, our number is 8855
Hello. Is it us you're looking for?
I think they
We
found.
are the Big Show. Glenn Angel and the Flying Dutchman, and our guest for today, because it's a Thursday, Happy at Work Thursday. Our guest is Adrian Choo from Career Agility International. Good morning once again, Adrian. You were talking about
Bedroom slippers.
yes.
Yes.
Ooh, fluffy ones.
Fluffy ones.
Okay.
So we were talking about how to make work fun at the office or make things fun at the office. So one of the things one of my previous companies we were at, we did was one day we just decided that on Friday, because normally sometimes we don't wear our shoes in the office, right? And we wear our slippers or even walk around in our socks sometimes, especially the ladies who have heels, right? So we had a competition who could bring the ugliest looking set of bedroom slippers.
Oh.
Yeah, ugliest,
okay.
funniest,
Cool.
you see. So
Yeah.
one person brought rubber ducky ones,
Yeah,
rabbit
yeah.
ones. It's quite just for the fun of it. So once in a while, if you organize something like this, doesn't need to cost money.
Yeah.
right? But it's just for the fun of it and have a good laugh.
Yeah, I think that's important.
So I'm
Okay.
hoping next year for all our listeners out there, try to have a bit more fun at the office. Try to find fun projects to do. I hope you find fun people to work with.
Usually people feel the Monday blues. So I think Mondays should be like the best out of all the days. You know what I mean?
Yes, that's something to look forward
if
to,
you're having
right?
a theme for Monday,
Yeah.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, Monday will be come in your bathroom robe day.
Oh, bathrobe day.
Bathrobe day.
The fluffier the better, or the sheerer the
It's
better?
up to you.
I don't know. I'm thinking poor HR. It's gonna get a lot of
Yeah.
very busy with complaints.
Mine just arrived. Silk.
Silk.
Yeah.
Nice.
Silk. Okay. Remember, dry clean only. Okay.
I just dumped it in the washing machine.
No, you don't put silk in the washing machine.
Okay, I've got
our
to check it out then.
Yeah, it's probably gonna come out like
And I put it in the dryer after that.
the size of a labubu
What?
bathrobe. Yeah.
Can I go check it out today?
It'll fit Yumiko's one of Yumiko's labubus.
Well, at the most of it, if this what do you call a bathrobe has shrunken, this silk bathrobe, you just give me an idea.
What?
Just give it to Yumiko.
No, I didn't say that. I said for her toy, not for her.
Give it to Yumiko to put it on her
labubu.
labubu.
Yes, that's
Oh,
right.
okay.
Yes.
All right. Let's continue this conversation on
No,
the big
this
show.
is it.
Sorry,
We're done.
we're done.
Yes.
Oh
this is
my
it.
goodness! Time flies when you're having fun. Tomorrow, by the way, is caroling day.
It is caroling. Yes,
Christmas caroling day.
Christmas caroling day. Yes. So
We've got to get a bunch of carolers in the studio.
we'll try and do that. Do you know any carolers, Adrian?
No, I know a carol from the across the studio. But no, I don't know any carolers.
Carolers, yeah.
Carolers.
Carolers.
Okay. We'll do something tomorrow.
We'll
I
find.
think, Glenn, why don't you do a solo?
Oh,
Carol? Yeah.
wow! Please don't give him ideas. No.
Well.
Now that you've put in his head, please don't.
I mean,
Please don't.
if you insist.
No,
Any,
we
any
didn't
Mariah
insist.
Carey song of your choice?
We're not insisting, really. No.
I'll need the lyrics in front of me.
We're not
though.
insisting.
Okay. Yeah?
No, we're not
Yeah,
insisting.
no, it's okay. Yeah.
We'll bring the professionals in.
Actually, you've been hinting. Actually,
I have not.
I think.
No, that's a conversation you're having in your head.
But you know what? Whatever the case is, okay. Since you guys, want me to sing,
We did
I
not. We just said no.
Will, somebody mentioned
How
it.
many ways can we say no?
I
Yes,
will
yes.
bring
FD?
my karaoke microphone in tomorrow.
FD?
Yes, I'll take the batteries out of it.
Oh, see, that's another way of saying no.
That's very rude. Very rude. Okay. Anyway, thank you very much, Adrian, for joining us.
Yeah, I want to wish all our Kiss 92 FM listeners Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
See, you need to do it like, full on
Oh,
if you're going to
yeah,
say
here
Merry
we go.
Christmas, right? Okay, let's do it with gusto.
Everybody.
Okay.
Everybody. Merry Christmas! It's from Korea Agility International. Okay, up next, The Weekend featuring Ariana Grande. This is Save Your Tears on Kiss 92.